This is Robert at Merritt Web, and today we're going to look at some help for you regarding the PSA interpretation. When you have an area that is elevated and you read the report, you want a little more in-depth analysis of that particular personality type. Go to Documents and Personality Style Disorder Documents, and this is all 10 of them. These are extracted from a book that I wrote for my doctorate. They're all laid out essentially in the same way. Let's look at antisocial here. So when you get somebody that's got an antisocial issue, you can see you got 17 pages of information just on antisocial. So I was going to start out with this personality in a nutshell. And these are quotes from the DSM-4. A closer look. All of these are referenced, but you can see a little more detail of what it means, of what this personality means. Patterns that can manifest, and the bottom line is just a short analysis. This is the DSM-4-TR diagnosis for a full personality disorder diagnosis for antisocial. This is taken right out of the book. You can only use the DSM to diagnose officially. So, and then included in the DSM there are things that are called differential diagnosis. A differential diagnosis is something that this apparent antisocial issue might be instead of. So you might think you have a antisocial personality issue, but actually what you really have is one of these others. So substance abuse disorder, and you can see the whole list of everything else that might be manifesting. Some of these can be comorbid, meaning you can have both of them at the same time. Axis 1 disorders that are commonly associated with antisocial. These may be things that you might want to explore. Antisocial personality continuum. Now, the whole basis of the PSA is that there is an optimal functioning side, which will give you a score for construct, and then there's a maladaptation side. Now, these are the A, B, C, D classifications on the printout, and they are matched with each other. So this one here matches off with the one that's right across from it over here. So you can look at those, and if a person is over here, they need to go over here. Move the maladaptation toward the construct side. What does the antisocial personality look like under stress? Here are some of those items. Etiology, where did it come from? Triggers, what is going to make a person who has an antisocial construct move toward disorder? So these are some of the things that may influence a person to have a leaning toward antisocial issues, things that you can discuss with a client. Disorder triggers, what will cause a person to have an antisocial event, strong maladaptation, a full personality disorder. What will cause it? What are some of the leading things that cause this personality to trigger off? And then the treatment course sometimes includes defense mechanisms for these reports, sometimes it doesn't. This one does. There's a lot of defense mechanisms. And again, you can assess defense mechanisms. You should assess defense mechanisms. Very important to do. The therapy recommendations here are kind of a roadmap for you, suggestions, things you may want to try, and some kind of warnings for you, things that you may want to watch out for with specific personalities. Sometimes there will be other issues, like this one has to do with marriage, dangers of the therapeutic process. What does successful completion look like? So these particular documents are available to you, and this is what it looks like. Again, under documentation, every single one of these personalities are going to look just like the layout is going to look just like what we just saw for antisocial personality. And one other, let's go back up to the index ebook, Personality Styles, Understanding Personality Style and Disorder. This is the book that I wrote for my doctorate, and you're going to find this is 370 pages, I believe, like a 6x9 format. This has descriptions of all of the defense mechanisms, and then it has all of the all 10 of the personalities like we just looked at. It has them listed in here too. So you can pull this down and save it if you want, as long as you don't redistribute it. You can open this up if you want and print out sections. Just remember it's formatted, I think 6x9. It was formatted for a publisher. This is the actual PDF that was sent to the publisher. So you're free to look at this and use it in any way that you wish, as long as you don't charge for it. And that's about all for now, and hope this helps you interpret personality issues.